Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We are just 4 days away from kickoff. Tennessee takes on Virginia Saturday at noon. Got tons of content coming your way this week. Busy day yesterday. Fun morning stream with Eric Kane and the X Factor. Also a great live stream last night. Had Sports Talk Jay and BVD in the house. A lot of conversations taking place this time of year about expectations, predictions. What is Tennessee going to do under Josh Heupel in year 3? One of those questions that came up yesterday during one of the streams is a guy on offense and a guy on defense that's going to kind of make or break this football team. And then come to find out today, I see an article over at Saturday Down South, really good article giving some names that I want to break down. 5 guys that could make or break the 2023 season. I want you guys to do the same. Give me a guy on both sides of the ball that's make or break. If Josh Heupel's going to go out and win 10 or 11 games, if this Tennessee football team has a shot at an SEC championship, who is it going to take on both sides of the ball? We're going to get into it, talk about it. As always, you guys know the deal. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy. It does help this channel. Let's play the analytics game on YouTube. Also, if it's your first time here, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We don't pretend to be. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Tonight's going to be a fun one. Every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, I play NCAA football. I know, I get it. It's video games, but it's also a hangout. Crack open a beer, pull up a chair. Let's sit down and talk Tennessee football all night tonight. Come hang out, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. But let's jump into it. Again, article from Saturday Down South. It says here, Tennessee football, 5 players who will make or break the Vols 2023 season. Going into this year, what are the expectations? You know, maybe it's because we're getting closer to kickoff. You guys know where I'm at. 9-3 is where I see this football team, and a lot of that is because of the schedule. Texas A&M, then on the road to play Alabama, on the road to play Kentucky. You've got to go on the road to play Florida. Georgia and Alabama are who they are. Those are going to be tough games. I've got this team at 9-3, but we go back a year ago, right? Let's rewind 1 year ago. My prediction was 8-4. This team went out and won 11 ball games. This team at one point was ranked number 1 in the college football playoff rankings. Why not now? Why not year 3? I made a video on that yesterday. Pat McAfee called Tennessee a dark horse to win the SEC. So if we're going to do that, if Tennessee's going to make it to Atlanta, who are 5 players that are going to make or break this team? Of course, the obvious one, right? You've got to start off with Joe Milton. This is his football team. He is the leader. The article here says, what a long, strange trip it has been for Tennessee's quarterback, Joe Milton. Spent 3 seasons at Michigan, starting 5 games for the Wolverines. Transferred to Tennessee, starting 2 games in 2021 before giving way to injury and the emergence of Hendon Hooker. It goes on to say, instead of transferring, he was a consummate teammate for nearly 2 years while wowing crowds with his howitzer arm strength in mostly mop-up role. After Hooker went down with an ACL tear near the end of the last season, Milton led the Vols to a win over Clemson in the Orange Bowl, and in that game threw for 251 yards and 3 touchdowns. You know, that's the thing about Milton, man. He could have chose to move on. He could have chose to walk away from football. He could have transferred down. You know, he could have transferred down and taken over, won a starting job somewhere, and tried to go be a quarterback at another university. But instead, he stuck it out. Like it said here in the article, great teammate. We all know this season, a lot of it's going to rely on Joe, but you know, Joe just has to be who he is, right? Joe just needs to go out and be Joe. I don't think he has to try to do too much. He just needs to be efficient, run the offense, make sure they're in the right checks, the right reads. Joe doesn't have to do too much. This offense is going to take care of itself. But what I'm watching, what I need to see from Joe Milton is situational football, and that's something that Josh Heupel said after scrimmage 1 and also after scrimmage 2. Talked about situational mistakes. We cannot have that, especially in a 5th-year senior in Joe Milton. It's all flashbacks to the Ole Miss game. So how does he manage this team? How does he manage it if it's a 2-minute offense? How does he handle it if it's late in the 4th quarter and Tennessee's down 7 and he's got to put together a drive to bring this football team back? Is Joe Milton going to be able to handle that? Is he going to be able to shoulder that load and lead this team to Atlanta? We all know that it starts with Joe Milton. Let's go roll on down here and take a look at the second player that could make or break Tennessee in 2023. They've got here the transfer, Dante Thornton, said Tennessee's wide receiving core should be one of the best in the Southeastern Conference. Brew McCoy, Ramel Keaton, Squirrel White combined for 113 catches, 1,700 yards, 11 scores in 2022, and each of those guys returned this season. What do you guys think when you look at this wide receiver core, I know the diehards, us guys that focus on Tennessee football every single day of the year, we know what this wide receiver unit looks like, right? But we see maybe some of the people in the national media discrediting what Tennessee has in that wide receiver room because they're looking at what they lost. I saw one of you guys sent me a video from a Kentucky fan that was absolutely just acting like Tennessee had no talent in the wide receiver room because Jalen Hyatt and Cedric Tillman are gone. I think Dante Thornton, I think Squirrel White have the potential to be better than Jalen Hyatt. I also think Brew McCoy and Ramel Keaton could match what Cedric Tillman was to this offense. People want to talk about Tillman. He missed most of the year last year. That's the thing. Going into it, we're talking all about Cedric Tillman. Instead, what we see is Brew McCoy come along. We see Jalen Hyatt take over. Everybody was talking about Tillman going into last year. Now they're acting like Tillman's gone and this offense can't recover. Enter Dante Thornton. I think he is going to be a matchup nightmare, whether you put him on the inside, the outside. I think there's so many different things you can do with him. I think we're going to see him do a lot like Jalen Hyatt, the way they're going to create mismatches, and Dante Thornton's going to be hit over the top all year long. Make or break. I don't think there's anybody in the wide receiver room that's really make or break. I think it's going to be a solid unit top to bottom. So, you could say Dante Thornton, you could say Brew McCoy here, you could say Ramel Keaton, you could say Squirrel White. The fact that there's so much talent in that wide receiver room, I don't really agree here. I don't think a wide receiver on this football team is going to make or break Tennessee in 2023. Number 3, got here Keenan Peely. The transfer portal was unkind to the Vols in the early days of the Heupel era, but the additions of Thornton and linebacker Peely from BYU are changing that reality. I agree. Obviously, the max exodus of players when Josh Heupel came in, all the stuff with Jeremy Pruitt, alleged McDonald's bags, all that jazz. But it's also been very, very kind to Tennessee. The guys that they've been able to go get, guys like Hendon Hooker. And now we're talking about Keenan Peely and Dante Thornton, Brew McCoy, Bayless Jones. So many guys have came into this team and contributed and been a big part of that. 2023, your linebacker depth is legit. Keenan Peely, Aaron Beasley, both starting at linebacker. Then you look at the 2 deep. You got a very talented freshman in Arian Carter. I think Elijah Herring is likely going to be in there as well in the 2 deep. But Keenan Peely, I talked about this on some of the live streams. I like the one-on-one interview with Josh Heupel that VolQuest did. I like that Josh Heupel talked about how we knew what we had as far as a leader in Keenan Peely, the maturity, the veteran leadership that he shows. What he didn't know he was getting was an athletic linebacker. He is sliding right in there, fitting in. The question we asked yesterday, who's going to lead this team in tackles? Is it going to be Keenan Peely? Is it going to be Aaron Beasley? Or is it going to be somebody in that star position? What do you guys say? Put it in the comments. Can Keenan Peely lead this football team in tackles? Make or break? Maybe. I think because we know what we're getting in Aaron Beasley. I think he's all SEC type of football player if he continues to develop and grow between his junior season and senior season the way he did his sophomore and junior season. So we will see. Keenan Peely, definitely a make or break for me. We roll on. Number 4, Omari Thomas. It says defense gets overlooked at times at Tennessee, and the tackles aren't exactly playing a glamour position. I think now more than ever, we need Big O to step up and play some football. You've got the injury to Elijah Simmons. You had Dejon Terry transfer out, so you're losing some of that depth that you really had on the inside. I think the edge position's fine. Loaded at the edge position, Tyler Barron, also Roman Harrison, a couple of upperclassmen. Then you've got guys like Joshua Josephs, James Pierce, Tyree West, a lot of talent at the edge, but on the inside, you're really going to have to lean on Big O. And I know, again, transfer portal, make or break, Omar Norman Lott. How about him? A lot of buzz around him coming out of fall camp, but we need to see Big Omari Thomas have himself a year. I would love nothing more than to see Omari Thomas show up, ball out, and end up getting drafted and continue to show what Rodney Garner can do and getting guys developed and getting them to the league, to the next level. I'll take Omari Thomas on this make or break list and maybe even say just the defensive tackle position. The guys on the inside as a whole need to be make or break for this football team. Number 5, Charles Campbell. Again, transfer portal. Look at this list, how loaded it is with transfer portal guys. Charles Campbell, place kicker, is somebody that people notice when things go swimmingly and notice when something goes horribly wrong. I mean, go back to a year ago, right? You're going to have to rely on your place kicker to come in and kick a field goal and end 15 years of misery. Chase McGrath, never going to have to buy a drink in Knoxville again. Going to go down as an absolute legend for that field goal kick. The ugliest kick, but prettiest kick I've ever seen in my life. Charles Campbell, what do you guys think? Make or break? Is he on the list? Because like it says here, you only talk about the place kicker when they beat Alabama like Chase McGrath did, or they missed and they cost you a game. That's the time, really the only time that you talk about special teams. That's the make or break list from Saturday Down South. What do you guys think? Who makes your make or break list for 2023? I'm going to throw this one out there. How about Cooper Mays, right? Number one, we need Cooper Mays to get healthy and get back. He is the leader. He is the anchor of this offensive line. And Ollie Lane going to step in, got some veteran. He's a guy with experience. He's going to step in, and hopefully this offense plays up to their potential. Hopefully they play quick as they want to play. Again, Cooper Mays, we don't credit him enough the way he gets this offense going in a hurry, lined up, gets the play call, and we're off to the races. I would put Cooper Mays on this list, make or break for Tennessee having success in 2023. What about you guys? Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Who's on your make or break list for Tennessee in 2023? Also, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. It's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. You can go check out the merchandise at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Appreciate the support there. Also, thank you to all the members of the channel. Still on this membership drive. You want to be a part of the fan call-in shows. We do a tailgate show an hour before every game. It's just like the fan call-in show. You guys get to come on the channel, hang out, talk Tennessee football. All you got to do is hit that join button down below. It's only $1 a month. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. The more you give, the quicker you get on the fan call-in shows. So if that's something you want to be a part of, make sure you join the channel and become a part of the Talkin VAWLS family. But if not, that's cool. Smash the thumbs up because that's quick, free, and easy. Jump to the comment section. Let's talk some Tennessee football because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.